Hello, I'm Jenny, if you have not been here before, and this is not Vlogmas. This is completely impromptu. I was having a little bit of regret for not maybe planning ahead so that I could do Vlogmas and have some decent content for you, but yeah, number one, I missed the 1st of December. It's already late in the day on the 2nd, but I just felt like I wanted to do some extra videos, so I hope you don't mind. If you're new here, welcome, and yeah, thank you for being here. Now, I have a couple of things to show you, which is why I thought that I may as well do a video. And what I'm thinking that I will do during the month of December is just do a few extra videos, and I'm calling it NOT Vlogmas because I think traditionally those videos should have some kind of a little bit of a Christmas spin, not just maybe what I'm doing each day. I don't know. I've never done it before. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do an extra video if and when I feel, if that makes sense. So some weeks we might have 2 videos. Some weeks we might even have 3. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what I've got to do. What do you think? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you have any suggestions for what I could do maybe? I was thinking that I might dedicate a video to going through my pattern stash. Now that's quite scary. Like, it's quite scary because I like to print my patterns out. It's just what I prefer to do. And so just even looking at what's around me right now, there's a lot. I'm talking, there's a lot. So, and I have been thinking for a while that I would like to, I guess, categorize them, have them in some kind of order so that I can easily find a particular pattern if I'm looking for something specific, and also just even if I don't know what I want to do, I can maybe just flick through and kind of go from there. At the moment they're just kind of in piles. They're just in piles around this room and another spare room, so I think I should do that, and then turning it into video gives me motivation to actually do that. So what do you think? As I said, I'm happy for other ideas as well, because obviously I'm not a crochet machine. I work, and so I am unable to kind of pump out the makes, you know, every day. So it's not like I can show you crochet every couple of days, but I think it's a good opportunity to do some other things like sorting out my patterns. But I'm here for ideas, so jot them below if you have any specific ideas that you might like to see from me. But let's show you a couple of things. So this video won't be terribly long, but it's just a bit extra. So anyway, let's start with, if you've been here before, you know, and in last week's video I did show a little book haul from a book sale that I went to last week, and you may have even seen in my community tab that I popped up a couple of days ago, I believe, maybe even yesterday, for my Aussie friends out there, that Aldi is selling some books at the moment, just some paperback books, although they did have some hardcover books with, you know, numerous stories in them. They were actually really nice, and I probably should have grabbed some, but I didn't. What I did grab was some of the paperback books, which were $1.99 each. You heard correctly, $1.99. And so there was some beautiful books there that are also going to fit in with my my idea for the book buddies. And so these ones, you know, coincidentally all are like around the bear theme. So I'll be making a lot of bears, and I did get multiples in a couple of these. I think mainly because they were $1.99 each. I don't have to use them straight away, but they were just too good to resist, I think. And truth be known, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, 9, 10 books here. I grabbed probably 5 of them yesterday, and I went back for another 5, I believe, today, because I just, at that price, I just had to. So I have 3 of these books called Always There Bear, and it's a beautiful book. The little bear features all the way throughout. I have a few, I was going to say a number, but I have a few bear patterns that are going to work nicely with that. It's a lovely book, so I got 3 of those. I got 2 of The Biggest Bear in the Wood. Again, another lovely, lovely book. Great illustrations, and I think I will easily be able to find a pattern appropriate for this one. So 2 of those. 3 of the Cuddles and Snuggles, which was just really, really adorable. And finally, Wish on a Star. So I also thought that that one was really, really sweet. And as I said, I don't need to make these all straight away. I'm happy to just hang on to these, and when I need another bear one, I can make it. But it would have been silly to not grab them at $1.99 each. So there we go. I was very, very happy with that haul as well. So now I guess need time to get cracking on these book buddies. Before I did that though, I did have to finish off a pattern test for Alison at the Wonder Crochet. She is happy for us to share these before release day, and truly it's a gorgeous pattern. I mean, she's a fabulous designer anyway. I'm sure that most of you would have already made one of her patterns at one time or another. So this pattern is called, just a moment, is called Mini Puppy Crochet Pattern. As I mentioned in my video a couple of days ago, it is one pattern. You have 3 options for the tail, 2 options for the snout, and 3 options for the ears, I believe. And you can also just obviously change colours at your own discretion. She has quite a long list of suggestions for which of each of the varieties of snout, ears and tail that you can make in order to suit certain dogs. So it's it's very thorough. Her pattern is very, very thorough. She also has a couple of videos linked in there as well, which are really, really helpful. But look at these. Oh my goodness. They are so stinking cute. Now this one, I made this one first. I was going for a little lab, like a blonde sort of colour lab there, I think. I thought I had some small safety noses, but if I do, I can't find them. So I did just embroider the nose on, but that was fine. I'm not overly fussed with the yarn that I used on this one. It is the Spotlight Jolly Velour, and I normally like it, but in this colour, I just don't like it as much. But having said that, it's still really, really cute. Now, about the pattern, you crochet everything in except for the ears. You sew the ears on, but it's a fabulous pattern. It really, really is. The only exception of the crocheting with the tail is if you choose the curly tail option, that is just added later. You just attach some yarn, chain out and work your way back, and that is it. But honestly, absolutely fabulous patterns. These are going to do so well. I would love to actually do more. The German Shepherd looks great. That's one of the ones in the picture. but I don't really have time because I need to really get making for the store. I just really need to get making. So since I did my last video, I think I found out that night that my mermaid had also sold, as well as one of the drifts. So like, it's amazing. I'm just thinking, how am I going to keep up? I am also aware that it is, you know, people are probably buying a lot of Christmas gifts, and I'm sure the novelty of a new store will slow down a bit. So I know it won't always be this way, but I just want to have stock if they need it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, getting back to this fabulous pattern, it is exactly that. It is fabulous. So as I mentioned, I used the Spotlight Jolly Velour. I used a 5.5mm hook, I believe, embroidered the nose and 10cm eyes. With this one, this little guy, I used a really good chenille. I can never ever remember the colours, but yeah, I used a really good chenille, and I obviously embroidered the nose there as well. So I did the big folded down eyes, the long tail, and the, as recommended, the long snout to make this one. And as recommended, I did the short snout, long ears and curly tail. So they are fabulous. And as I mentioned in my video the other day, there is a little section in the new store, I guess, dedicated to dogs, because of we have a couple of vendors that's what they specialize in, and so it's going to go really well, I guess, with that section as well. I did buy last night, just before I freaked out a bit because a lot of the sales were getting close to ending, so I did go back in and I purchased Stacey's Dolly Dachshund, or Dachshund, I think that's how some of you guys say it, but we say, well, most of us say Dachshund, but you know what I'm talking about. I did purchase that because I think that they will probably do well out there. And I did also purchase her sloth pattern, which a few of you suggested in my previous video for the book that has a sloth on it, so thank you very much. But yeah, these are so sweet. You're going to love them. You're going to love them. And they work up reasonably quickly as well. I didn't time myself, I think because I was concentrating on, you know, stitch counts and things like that for the purpose of the pattern test, but I'm definitely going to be making more of these for sure. Now, one other finished make, and that's because I do need to replenish some of these. This is the Sir Pebbles Dragon from Beckmade Studio. I really like this pattern. I made this one today, and I'm going to probably make some more tonight, I think, and then I will move on to some different makes for the store. So that is where we're at, a couple of days after my last video. Yeah, but let me know, as I said, let me know if you have any suggestions for if I'm going to do extra videos, what you would like to see. I did do quite a large, well, when I say large, an expensive yarn order just this afternoon, and that is because I have confirmed with my customer who wants the custom anchor octopus. We confirmed colours. I will be using the Bernat Blanket Ocean Shades, and I can only get it, you know, for what I'm willing to pay, which is still a lot. I can only pre-order that, so that's going to take a few weeks to come, but she loves that colour palette, and I do think it's going to look really good. So while I was there, I ordered a few extra skeins of the Premier Basics chenille, and a new, well, it's new to me, we don't have the tie-dyed chenille, basic chenille as yet, but there is one called Multi. If I can find a picture, I will pop it on the screen here of what I've ordered. And this is all from Craft to You, which is in Narooma here in Australia. But I've ordered from them before and always had a good experience, so we'll see how it goes. But that's about it. I also want to give a shout out to Shannon at Shannon at Case and Crochet, and Magda at Rose and Dove Crochet. I was at work, don't tell anyone, but they were having a live and I wasn't sure what time it was going to be here. I knew they were having it, but I wasn't sure what time it was going to work here, and I literally stumbled upon it, so I just sort of had it on, you know. I was still working, but I had the girls just in front of me with my AirPods in, and it was a really fun live. Anyway, be sure to go and check out their channels. I think now, was it on Shannon's channel?
Welcome to my channel. God. If you're new here, my name.
Oh, I accidentally opened up one of my videos. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to find out. Either way, go and check out both of their channels. I will have them linked below. Go and watch them. They it was a lot of Q&As, and it was just fun. There was a lot of good chat, and they are just both real sweethearts. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. I wouldn't even mind doing a live myself, but number one, I've never done one. I wouldn't even know where to start. I think it'd be fun to do one with someone else as well, so you've got someone to bounce off. And number two, the whole time zone thing. I think, you know, I have, you know, quite a number of Aussies that tune in, but also I think there's a lot in the US, and I just don't know how that whole time zone thing would actually work, but it is something I would be interested in doing. But anyway, let's wrap up this video. Hit me up with any ideas if you have them. Hopefully people watch this. It's obviously not very common for me to post a video on a Tuesday night, but hopefully someone will watch it. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you, who knows, it'll be a surprise. I'll see you soon. Thanks for being here, and I will chat to you next time. Bye for now.